Good morning, YouTube. Happy Thursday. Beautiful Thursday. Beautiful week. Rest of the week and into next week is going to be beautiful here in Illinois. This week, man, it's been a very inspiring week. So as most of you know, and I'm not going to get into a whole lot of mushy sadness for a couple reasons. For one, most people like myself and our family have a pretty good understanding of death, and we firmly believe, and I know a lot of people may not believe this, or maybe most people do. I guess I don't know. But we believe there is an eternal life, and we believe that death isn't, final. It is here on earth, and that's the part that makes it sad. But the part that makes it awesome is eternity. There's eternal life, and it's a place of bliss and no pain or sadness or hunger or thirst or anything. And I think that's where people have a hard time wrapping their head around the idea of that, but it's a reality. In my heart, it's a reality. But anyway, it was burying a loved one this week, and a hard thing to watch in the way of people hurting. But the cool thing about this week, and the most important thing about this week, was how family pulled together. And I have been taught some life lessons this week. My wife's side of the family have always been great people, hardworking, honest, just good people. They were raised that way. They came from very good people. One which we buried this week. They're good people, and through life's busy hustle and bustle, people working all the time to raise their families and take care of what they need to take care of, their responsibilities, and doing what life requires us to do to keep advancing in life, and keeping your bills paid, your mortgage paid, putting your kids through school. Life's very busy. Life's not getting any cheaper, and so through all that, you don't have a lot of time with family outside of your family, your wife and your children and your spouse and the children. To venture outside of that is hard to do, and I've learned this week that even though you don't have a lot of that time with cousins and in-laws and brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces, even though you don't have that time with these people, although we desire it, my wife and I desire that time, but I've come to a better understanding that even if you don't have a lot of that time outside your spouse and your kids with other family, that they're still family. And to not get your feelings hurt because you don't get that kind of time, because what I've seen this week is a family just stick together. And no, we don't spend a lot of time with people, particularly those people, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. This week, I've seen my wife and her brothers bond together like that. Just bond together and take care of business, and take care of their grandmother, and be there for people who are aching and hurting, and it's been inspiring, to say the least. It's been inspiring. I guess maybe I'm not maybe I'm not saying what I really want to say, and I'm really struggling for the words to use. Okay, here's what it boils down to. One of the most important things that happened this week was we did get to spend time with brothers and sisters, spent time together, in-laws, spent time together, nieces, nephews, cousins, spent time together. We showed love to one another, even though we're not together on a weekly basis or whatever. We don't spend a lot of time with these people outside of a tragic moment. That part's unfortunate, but what I've learned this week is that's life. And it's okay. Because even though my wife doesn't get a lot of time with her brothers and her nieces and her nephews and her in-laws and things like that, there's still that bond. It's still there. And maybe that's like a duh, moment. But to me, I was bothered by that. And maybe she was too. But what I've seen this week is them three. She has two brothers. And the whole family pulled it together. The whole family pulled together and helped one another. But those three people stepped up to the plate and took care of business and took care of their grandmother and honored their grandpa, no doubt about it. He was smiling at them. They're good people. And I am proud to say that they're my family. I watched my wife's uncle, who is kind of a rough-em, tough-em kind of guy. He's his past. He's been a pretty tough guy, and was a guy who did not want to show emotion. And I seen him. I guess he finally kind of broke, and he fell apart, and I saw the love he has for his parents, and it was another moment where I was like, wow, this is a guy who I've always known just to be a tough guy. Didn't show much emotion. He's just a guy, and it was okay that he showed emotion. I also saw this same guy connect with a child that he hasn't had much of a connection with. And there was just a lot of things that happened this week that really showed me that Grandpa's not gone for forever, and that maybe he was still playing a little part in things that happened this week. Even if it's not supernatural from the afterlife, his voice, his things that he taught us, things that he wanted us to know, was still in effect even after he's gone. And I think it softened some hearts and made people take a second glance at life and how short it really is. And it's short. We're not promised tomorrow, guys. We're never promised another day. We don't know if we're going to wake up in the morning. We don't know if our loved ones are going to wake up in the morning. And maybe that's a morbid thought, and maybe that's hard to even imagine, but we're not promised another day. We don't know. We don't know when we're going to lose someone else, or we don't know when we're going to leave this planet. And so what I've learned this week is love your family that love you, regardless if you're with them on a daily basis or an every other day basis, or never see each other because life's so busy. Love them anyway, because life is it's just too short. This Grandpa was 90 years old. Would have been 91 in March. And still, everybody here felt like it just wasn't long enough. 91 years. Just didn't seem like enough time. Life is short. No matter how you look at it, we're not going to be here forever. And if I grow old enough, and I'm fortunate to grow old enough to be a grandfather, which I'm on the way to being a grandfather in June. But I'm just saying, if I'm fortunate enough to live long enough to be 91 years old, I still feel that when I'm gone, my family will feel like it still wasn't long enough. I felt the same about my grandfather and my grandmother and people who pass away at a young age. It doesn't matter how long you're on this planet. It's never going to feel like it was long enough because we're still here and we miss them. We want them physically here. We want to hear their voice and feel their touch. And when we don't get that anymore, even though we believe that there is an afterlife, a better place than this, yeah, life's short. Anyway, guys, had to make sure my mic was on. That would have been terrible. I go through this whole thing and my mic shut off. Cancun is coming. I'm trying to lighten the atmosphere in the studio today. Cancun's coming. It is Thursday, and when I'm making this video, actually, I'm going to try to put this video up today, so it is Thursday. We got Friday, Saturday, leaving Sunday, and we're very excited. It's been a hell of a week, and it's been a very inspiring week for me, but it's been a very tough week watching my wife go through what she went through, and her family go through what they went through. But we are going to Cancun. We are going to enjoy 6 days, my wife and I together, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, guys. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do lots of things, and then it's back to the grind, and it's back to life. But Cancun is going to be amazing. There's going to be some amazing vlogs going on in Mexico, on the beaches of Cancun, Mexico. I'm going to vlog as much of this vacation as I possibly can. And I'm going to try to upload. I think I'm going to try to upload every evening, each day. Just because I think it would be interesting for any viewers who want to see. I think it would be very interesting to see what's going on and the fun we're having, and maybe you want to vacation there as well. But it's going to be good times. It's going to be good times. 2 days when we get there on Sunday. We've had our itinerary emailed to us, and we're going to the first night. Once we get there, we're going to get there maybe around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is a 5-hour flight, but naturally we gain an hour going there, and lose one coming back. So we're gonna get there possibly around 1 o'clock. It all depends. I mean, when the plane actually takes. I don't know how this works, but probably around 1 o'clock, 1:30. We're gonna be there and get checked into our hotel, and then try to settle in a little bit. And then that evening there is some business that has to be taken care of in the way of work. And then the only other day there's going to be another kind of dinner meeting is on Thursday. But the rest of the time is just to have fun and enjoy. And man, are we going to do that. And yeah, this is absolutely, and I said it before, it's our trial run, and then we're taking our daughter next year, Emily, and possibly some of our, maybe all of our children, and their boyfriends and girlfriends are wanting to go with us. So that will be a blast. Oh, to be in Cancun, Mexico, with my whole entire family, wow, that will be interesting, and that will be so much fun. I look forward to it. So there you have it, guys. This is Thursday, and it hasn't been a bad week. It really hasn't. As I said, it's been an inspiring week, and it's been a week of spending time with people that I love to spend time with and that I miss spending time with. And I love those people, and I can say that from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, guys, I'm going to do probably another video today to put up tomorrow, and then I'm going to start the weekend vlog, and then after the weekend vlog, I'm going to start my daily vlogging of Cancun, Mexico. So the weekend vlog will include flying there, getting on the plane, the whole shebang. It ought to be interesting, especially because it's probably going to be somewhat comical, because this is the first time my wife and I has ever been in an airport, has ever boarded an airplane, and has ever taken off into the air. And as I said in a past video, I hope I don't freak out. I don't think I will. I'm too excited. I'm looking forward to this. Alright, guys, look for another video tomorrow. You're gonna see this one today. It's 8:18 in the morning, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna go down, edit this right away, get it posted. Then I got to clean my house. I've got to make some appointments and get some things arranged, because we're taking off Sunday. There's a lot to do these next few days, a lot to do over the weekend, and then flying out. We're leaving early morning Sunday and flying out. And saying goodbye to my little 11-year-old Emily is gonna suck, but she's gonna have fun too. And I think she's kind of looking forward to it. She just don't like the fact that we're going to be out of the country. She worries. All of our kids do. All of our kids are kind of freaking out. All right, guys. Happy Thursday. And I got another video to make after I get all my stuff, all my chores done. I got chores beyond chores and things to do, and a list of this mile long, and I got things to take care of. I do love you guys. And as I said, I love you how human should love a human. That is true, and I mean that. So all of you viewing, I do love you. Humans should love humans. We should all stick together. Anyway, I will see you guys later on today. Well, you'll see this today. You know what I mean. Coffee time, stuff to do time. See you in the next video.